Alright, so for today we're going to be doing a little bit of work inside the trailer. During the COVID mess that's going on, we've got a little bit more time here to take care of some things. To start off with, you can tell here we're using the E-Track system. Okay, and we use the E-Tracks all around in here. We've got some smaller pieces there, and as well here on the other side. We use these kind of connectors. We can hook our straps to them. We can move things in and around wherever we need to. Alright, so they got these special 2x4 brackets that sit in here, and I've got one on the other side. So you can see, sets up a little fence kind of thing here, so no cabinets or anything like that can roll around. Now the straps do a good job holding stuff, but not everything can be successfully strapped down. So we're going to use these 2x4s to help restrict some of the movement, and we'll have it set up here at the top as well. Now the brackets here, we've got one side that's holding it in. The other side, we can lift it out of here. Now, in case something happens over here, we have to panic stop. These boards could slide forward, but what we do, we've got a stop set up so they will not fly out. And if something happens here, let's say we're hit from the rear, stuff comes forward. This is good. The board is actually going to stop here in the corner, so it will not be coming out of the bracket. And we got the same thing set up over here. Really, the important thing here is a stop on this side because we don't want anything going forward. Alright, so what we're doing in here today is we need to extend the E-Track probably right back to here, almost the full length of what we have here. And this is so that really the biggest benefit we're going to get from using the 2x4s, having to be able to set them up back here. Now obviously if we're carrying a shorter load, we can still use them in this position here, but a lot of times during a full load we need to be able to put a stop back here, so we don't want really anything running to the back of the gate. Pardon me, not the gate, but the rear door, which is also the ramp. So the idea is to extend our E-Track system out this far. can see the original cutting blade right here, it was getting dull, and it was causing a lot of overheating to take place here on the edge. So it caused some blistering here of the finish. Then when I changed the blade right here, then it's got a much cleaner cut. There's no like overheating with it. Got about a 1/4 inch trim board here. We're going to use as a ledger board. Set something on here. But at the end over here, this should be fine, just leaving a few inches of space over here. We don't need to run it all the way to the end. So we're just going to run an extension just like it is here. And then we're just going to run it here to the end, and we're going to do 4 lag screws in here to hold it in place. Alright, but first, I'm going to do some pilot holes. Okay, these are self-tapping. They're 10mm screws. They got like a drill bit end on it. They go into the wood relatively fast. So you got to be careful not to go too far with it. You could actually strip the wood apart. I always do pilot holes when using something this big into plywood, any kind of wood. It's just because I don't want things splitting or coming apart internally. All right, this bottom one's a little bit different. We don't have like a ledger board to sit it on, so we're gonna get a position right up next to the original one. And we're going to do some pilot holes. So that's how we extended, at least this side over here. When we go all the way back, and we can attach our 2x4 brackets. So I'm going to do the other side here real quick, and we'll test it out. So what's happened here is this is the side where the blade was dull, and I can't rely upon a level because we're actually going downhill the way the trailer is sitting. So I've had to find a straight edge, and I need to match. The bottom part of these so that they're level. So this one is level with this one. So you can't really use a level because the bubble's going to be off. So according to this here, this is perfectly flat. Everything here is perfectly flat. So we're going to put this in, and then actually I'll put one in and then I'll check it. All right, and if you notice here, we're at the back of the trailer, just a couple inches from the back door, and which means we are sitting beyond the rear axle of the trailer. Now normally we wouldn't be doing this because with my weight, the trailer, back in the trailer would flip up like this because we're not attached to anything up front. But what I do have up front, the front of the trailer inside here is about 400 pounds of subs. so they're keeping the front of the trailer down, which allows me to sit back here at the end without having to worry too much about it. Alright, the other side is in. And I think some of you probably noticed that on these last two sections here that I only put 2 of these lags in each of the new extensions, and that's because I ran out of lag screws to use, so I'm gonna have to get some more. So it's installed, but certainly not really ready to use. I wouldn't feel safe putting one of these up, carrying a load, but we can give it a try. Alright, well, that's what it looks like. Anyway, at least for the top row. Alright, now, obviously, we didn't just extend the E-tracks here just so we could use the 2x4 barriers. But there have been actually more and more occurrences where it would have been nice to be able to tie off. Here's the old side, new side. It would have been good to be able to tie off somewhere back here, and this does seem sort of weird because it is about 26 inches between when the last one ended right to the end, and 26 inches doesn't really sound like a lot, but it actually can be when you're trying to secure something down in the trailer. So anyway, these will serve other purposes obviously than just having the 2x4 barriers from the back. Okay, now one thing that I've done, which I've done on the other E-tracks, is these are the main supports, these lag screws that I put in, but also what I do put in here are some 1-inch very coarse thread screws, and these help greatly. They supplement the support that these lag screws provide. So you can tell. And in the past videos, now these have always been in here ever since this E-track has been here. So in the past videos, if you see inside this trailer, they're already there. But anyway, this is a little too much glare there, but this is what they are. They're very coarse thread, Phillips. They do a great job securing the E-tracks to the wall. Alright, well that about covers this behind the scenes look of work inside the trailer. Thanks for watching.